If you're struggling to get results, whether it be in your fitness, in your nutrition, in your life, in your woman over 40, this video is for you because I want to break down a lot of the things that I see go wrong with clients that come to me in my med spa and in my coaching programs when they are struggling to get results. If you've ever felt stuck, frustrated, or that your results are slow, your progress is slow, then this is going to change everything for you. Today, I'm going to break down one of the biggest mistakes that I see women making when they are talking about their goals. I'm going to show you the telescope and microscope strategy that will help you get results. This is the exact method that I use for myself and with my students to set goals, stick to goals, and have success. First, when I ask women about their goals, they give me what their goal is, and then that's it. So that's one of the problems. So they are setting their goals just on one specific outcome. So it's like, I have this goal to lose 20 pounds, but then that's it. Then it stops. The conversation kind of stops because they just kind of think that, that's the goal, and then they should kind of know how to do it because everybody knows how to lose weight, right? Like, we've gone down this path, we're older, and we should have the answers. And this is one huge reason why people fail, because they just have one specific goal, but not really a specific plan to get to that goal. In this video, we are going to cover why traditional goals don't work and how to fix that. We are going to cover how to use the microscope and telescope strategy so that you can have success by breaking big goals into smaller wins. Talk about the missing link between vision and execution, and we're going to talk about how to apply this strategy in any area of your life. So it doesn't have to be fitness, any area of life, this is going to work. Every year, millions of people set out to achieve different goals, to lose weight, to eat better, to start a business. But why do most fail? And it's usually because they don't have a system, they just have a dream. Setting a goal without a process or a system is like driving across country without a GPS. You're eventually maybe going to get there, but it's going to be exhausting, frustrating, you're going to lose hope, and it's just going to seem like an endless battle. So this is where the telescope microscope strategy comes into play. And this is why it's so life-changing and is going to help you in getting to your end goal. So the telescope is the big vision. It's the big dream that you have for yourself. It's the big goal that you have for yourself. The problem is most people stop here, right? They say, I want to lose 20 pounds. I want to feel better and look younger. And then that's it. They never break down that goal, that dream, that vision into smaller bite-sized pieces. And this is why it can feel so overwhelming. So first, when I work with my clients that have a big goal, I will say, okay, what is your big goal? Let's talk about it. I have them think about, okay, when you achieve this goal, what is it going to feel like? What is your life going to look like? So I'll have them write that down. So right now, if you have a big goal, think about what it is, what's your big dream, write it down, and then write down envisioning yourself and what it will feel like to actually attain that goal. What will your life look like? What will you feel like? Feel the emotion behind that big goal. So a lot of women will come to me and they want to firm up and lose weight. So great. So then I say, okay, what is your life going to look like if you attain that goal? In 1 year, if you attain this goal, what's your life going to look like and how are you going to feel? Like, I need to know how you're going to feel. So a lot of times they'll think about it because they've never really thought about it before. No one's asked them. They haven't really thought about what it's going to feel like to attain that goal. They just have the goal in their head, right? So then they'll say a lot of times, okay, like, I want to lose the weight. And I say, just envision, like, what does it feel like? So you lose the weight, how are you going to feel? And then like, when you walk into a room, how are you going to feel? Think about it. This puts an emotion with your goal. So that makes it have more of an impact for you just on a mental subconscious level. So a lot of them will say, okay, I'm going to lose the weight. I have a big party I attend every year with my husband and I've been avoiding it because I hate the way I look. So this year I am going to go to that party and I'm going to walk in there. I've lost the weight and I'm going to feel amazing, feel confident. My husband's going to be proud to have me with him. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to walk into every conversation with confidence and be the healthiest, strongest version of myself. So that's a lot different than just being like, I'm going to lose 10 pounds so I can go to my husband's Christmas party next year. They're completely different. So tying an emotion to it is really going to help. For example, for me, I've always been, small, I looked good in clothes, but I started over the years to really let myself go and not prioritize myself, and I became like what I call skinny fat. I hated the way I looked in bathing suits, you know, out of clothes, in shorts. It was just like killing my confidence. And so I had this vision. My big goal was I'm going to be stronger and in better shape and healthier than I was at 30. Now, also, I had my last baby at 45, which can imagine completely destroy your body when you have a baby at 45 years old. So I have 3 kids, and I gained a lot of weight, 60 pounds, with my last 2 pregnancies. My first one, my son was born 3 months early, so I didn't gain that much weight. My goal, my big goal, was to firm up, to be healthier, to be strong. So that was my telescope goal. So then I found, in order to not be so overwhelmed, I had to break this down into microscope goals, okay? Little things that I could do daily, weekly, and monthly. So I want you to think about that. For me, what this looked like was I did a deep dive into exactly what was going to help me to get to this goal, what I really needed to do, and then I would break it down so it wasn't so overwhelming. Because if you go on social media, and especially now when they're talking about menopause and all the things you need to do, it's like super freaking overwhelming. So I broke it down into the things that I thought would move the needle the most. Now, I am a nutritionist and a personal trainer. I actually got certified in functional aging in the past couple years because I became obsessed when I started figuring out what I needed to do to get in the best shape of my life. Wanted to learn more, so I got certified in functional aging because I wanted to have a strong body. I wanted to have a body that would be able to keep up with. Now I have a 5-year-old who's going to be 6, so I needed to be functional. And I noticed a lot of my clients, my facial clients in particular, their bodies were breaking down as they got older. They were having nonstop injuries, having to have surgery, having to miss work, having to go to nonstop PT appointments. So this became also a motivator for me because I didn't want to go down that hole. So I would break it down into small things. I started with, to not be overwhelmed, was these 10-minute workouts. I've talked about them in these other videos, these 10 with Jen workouts that I created in my mind, then I now use with my clients. Easy workouts that I can group together or do them throughout my day with whatever I have. I'll do some in my kitchen. I used to do them when my son was in the bathtub. I would do a little 10-minute workout. Or I have weights at work. I have a mini rebounder at work. I just make it work because it's a priority for me. And I also prioritize protein. I used to be a vegetarian. Then I decided I wanted to start to bring meat back into my diet. Just couldn't get the protein that I wanted to get on a vegetarian diet. I know a lot of people can, I couldn't. So I eat a lot of, ground chicken, yogurt. So I made sure I was getting a minimum of 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. So that was another one of my microscope goals. Another one was that I wanted to get in more daily movement because I was, say, working out. Even as a personal trainer, a lot of people do this. They have one workout a day and then that's it. They sit at their computer the rest of the day. So I started tracking and I wasn't getting enough steps in. So I made my treadmill into a walking desk. So if I'm working from home, I will use that. So I made conscious efforts little by little to increase my daily movement. So that was one of my daily goals. And then I would have a weekly target as well. So if I had a bad day or I couldn't do it one day, then, for the week I had goals set as well. Then I also would blend in other functional exercises so that I could make sure that my body was strong. So weight training, a little bit of flexibility. I would combine it into one workout so I wasn't so overwhelmed. Because for me, I was like, I can't get to yoga. I can't get to weight training. I can't get all this in. So a lot of times I just combine it, and that's what I do with a lot of the women that I work with as well. Figure out what your main goal is, and then we're gonna start to break it down into daily, weekly, and monthly goals. So what I tell the women that I work with is success is a system of small daily actions. It is not making big, huge changes in your life, big, huge steps. And that's when success doesn't come because it's overwhelming. We as women are so busy. We have a million things going on. And if we then add more to our plate, it's going to have the reverse effect. We're going to be so overwhelmed, and then we're going to be miserable, and then we're going to be grumpy, and then we're going to yell at our kids more or be the worst wife or be grumpy at work. And that's not productive. So making small changes, building small confidence boosts in ourselves is going to make us the best version of ourselves. So try these telescope goals. Do them for daily things and for weekly. And weekly is good because if you're having a bad day, like I said, then you have the weekly like a weekly recap. So where you can kind of make up, if I only did 3,000 steps one day or something, you know, then I could have a vision of increasing my steps more in the other days and making it up. I had a plan. Progress is messy and it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect every single day. There's days where I'm like, get everything wrong still, but that's okay because I know I can fix it, right? I have the tools, I know I have systems in place. So that's what you need, systems in place to get to your goal. Things are unpredictable, we're super busy, kids get sick, meetings come up, trips come up that you weren't planning, whatever it is. Consistency over time is what is going to get you to your end goal. Not being hard on yourself, not beating yourself up, and staying on track, and know that you're human. You're not gonna give up, you're going to keep going and have these little goals so that you do not get overwhelmed. I like to tell the girls in my program, done imperfectly is still better than never starting. So what I want you to do is think about your big goal, your dream, your telescope goal. Write it in the comments below if you like. Think about how you're gonna feel when you, sorry, my dogs are going crazy. How you're gonna feel when you achieve that goal. How does your life going to look? Think about it. You can write that down below in the comments as well. And think about just 3 to 5 microscope goals that will help you in your daily and in your week to help you get to your big goal. Write it down in the comments below. I'd love to hear about it. If you're on this 30-day journey of self-improvement with me, I'm so happy that you are here on this journey as I try and show up here for you every day and give you tips and tricks to help you look and feel your best as you are aging so you can age with confidence and strength. And I will see you tomorrow.